Hey, welcome back. I am Laura, and this is our 2022 year ahead group reading. I don't know why that was such a mouthful, but it was. I do want to say, if you do want a personal reading, they are currently open now. There's a link in the bio. You can book them in. We have two options this year. You can either do a 1-hour reading, where everything will be broken up into quarters, so 3-month categories. So January to March, April to June, July to September, and then October to November. And I'll break it up, and then you also get the theme of the year. It's also live. We do it on Zoom, so you can ask any questions that you have, and you get a recording of it afterwards to look back throughout the year. There's a link down below to book your private session. There's also the option for the 2-hour. That's a deeper dive. We go into every single month individually and dive into each month individually. So instead of doing the quarters, it's each month. Ask questions throughout. You get the recording, you get the theme of the year, all of that. So there's the two options. You get 1 hour or 2. So yeah, if you want to book those, link will be down below. I will say, if you want to book them soon, because they do sell out. Last year I ended up having to do readings into January and February because December and November just completely booked out. So I also don't think I want to do them through January and February because I have other things that I want to get to. So anyways, if you want it, book it now. Book your time, get your slot. I would love to read for you. Otherwise, enjoy this free reading. These are here too. Now, we will not be going into every single month of the year. We will be focusing more on the theme and the lessons for 2022. In like a broader overview sense, instead of going in, because this would be like a 3-hour video if I did 3 pick-a-piles and went into every single one of them individually. So this is also a group reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate with you, pick another pile, pick another video. Maybe I'm not the reader for you. Maybe I am the reader for you. But again, you have free choice and will in everything, and if you don't like something, you get to choose it. And you could even look at it, if something comes up in the reading, you're like, ooh, I really don't like that. I don't want that. Take it as a little bit of a precaution. Be like, okay, what can I do instead to change that reality? Because you are co-creating with the universe. You are manifesting everything into creation. And also, if something is, ooh, I don't like that, why don't you like it? What do you want instead? Maybe you were supposed to hear it, what you didn't like, so that you could then make what you do like. You could see what you wanted instead. It's like dating that person that you didn't like to see what you don't want and then get what you do want. So if there's something in the reading that you're like, ooh, that's not really for me, that's okay, leave it. But if you love it, you still gotta take the action to make it happen, okay? So that's my little start. You know what? This is fun. I didn't think of this, but yeah, I want to do it this way. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I want to do it this way. This will be fun. This will be fun. Okay. Can you tell I have a candle obsession? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. This is, I don't know, I was like, this is what we have to do. And everything was right there. This is what we had to do. So instead of pick a card, because I draw my cards as I'm reading, so instead of pick a card this time, you are going to pick a candle/crystal. The reason I added the crystal was because, well, my intuition was like, add a crystal. But some of you may not resonate with the jars, right? And I also decided not to reveal what the candles' titles are. Because, I don't know, I think it's fun. This is super fun. Like, pick a candle, pick a crystal, and get your card reading. I feel like I should make this as a service. Sorry, I'm like, this is fun. We should do this more often. Okay, so you can either pick pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Just for the sake of it too, I will also tell you what the crystals are. So this is a mica. This is celestite. And this is citrine. Okay? So you may choose those. I'm not going to tell you what the candles are. You will discover that in your reading. And for those of you who like to read the last page of the book before you read the whole book, or like you want to go see what the candles are before you pick your candles, I'm going to ask you to not do that. I'm going to ask you to please turn inwards, hand on your heart, hand on your belly, wherever it feels good for you. Check in with your soul, check in with yourself, your intuition. You know what pile you're drawn to. You know which one is your reading, okay? Just to show you up close as well. You've got the Mica. You've got the Celestite. And you've got the Citrine. Okay? So, those are your choices. Choose now. For whatever reason, I do want to put this out there. If you choose your pile and it's really not resonating, and you're like, you know what, I think I want a different pile, by all means, go pick a different pile. Sometimes I say if you're drawn to more than one pile, read more than one, but I actually feel like these are going to be very like. But again, if you're drawn to more than one pile, by all means, you can go and like combine them in, because we're multifaceted human beings, we're multidimensional. Sometimes messages overflow, sometimes messages combined. Sometimes you need to hear something from something like one or two, and you're like, that's my full message. So trust your instincts, trust your gut. If you like this reading, like, follow, comment, subscribe. And yeah, I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing your comments and how the reading affected you and all that kind of stuff. So, wishing you a beautiful 2022 and rest of 2021, because this reading will be up before 2022 is over. So here we go. This is what's coming for you, or the energies around you for 2022. Okay. All right. Pile number one. You picked the Mica. So sparkly, so shiny, so pretty. And your candle is the Star, okay? So you chose the Star. These are all tarot candles, by the way, or like the tarot collection of candles. So you chose the Star, which is hope, purpose, and renewal. And the scent is honey, cocoa butter, and cinnamon. It literally smells so amazing. Like, so amazing. All these candles, like, the reason I have every single one of these is because I'm obsessed with these candles. So yeah, anyways, I'll also link the candle company down below, especially if you're in Ontario. They're hand poured in Ontario. So that is your pile one. You picked Mica. I feel like I should like now have this lit instead. No, I don't have to do that. Okay. What card decks would pile? Yeah, I am recording. I didn't actually open up all my card decks, so you're going to see me opening up boxes, because I do keep mine in boxes. Alright, so the overall theme for 2022... No. Okay. The way that we're going to do this, because it is a group reading, and the message I'm hearing is like we want to confirm that this is your pile. We're going to pull a card for what energies you have currently been experiencing in 2021. And that way you'll be like, yeah, that's what I'm currently going through. And then you will know that this is your pile. So you got the Deer. Okay. So right now, there's this, I feel like you're a very, very gentle person. And I feel like this year has actually been a turning point for you to keep your gentleness, keep your vulnerability, keep your kindness and your heart and your compassion, but learning how to use that kindness and that compassion and that gentleness as your strength. Really, really recognizing and coming into, this is my power. Me loving so much, me feeling so much is my power. That is what you have been learning this year. And you've actually taken on this role of mothering yourself, okay? Or if you're masculine, fathering yourself. Like really, or even if you're like the archetype of the mother, of mothering yourself, of giving yourself that love and the attention and the care and the kindness that you give to everybody else. You've been turning that towards yourself and no longer looking at you feeling your feelings as a negative or something that you need to work through or release, you're now like, ooh, hold up. This is my superpower. This is my strength. And you've really been embracing that. And also like a lot of forgiveness work, I believe you've been going through this year, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. You've been healing a lot of old patterns from childhood where you didn't feel like you could show yourself to the world. You had to sort of, you might have been very timid or shy as a child, but very, very lively and alive at home. Or vice versa, if your home space wasn't somewhere where you felt safe, maybe you were very, very quiet and shy at home. And then like with your friends or at school or just like by yourself running through a forest or like walking down the sidewalk or whatever, depending on where you live, that's when you were able to express yourself. That's when you were able to be yourself. And this year has very much been a returning to yourself and getting comfortable with who you are, even if that's different than the upbringing that you have gone through. Okay, so even if like everybody in your family was like obsessed with sports and you were obsessed with art, and maybe you hid that, or everyone in your family was very, very negative, but you were like, no, like the world is a beautiful place and happy and sunshine and rainbows, and people tried to make you feel small for that or make you feel like that was somehow you were wrong for that, or somehow you weren't allowed to speak your truth, or you weren't allowed to express yourself. This year has been about you getting comfortable and grounding in your sense of self and being like, I'm okay to be me, I'm safe to be me, and really, really leaning into that energy. So that was all of what you've been going through, or the lessons and stuff like that you've been going through for 2021. So if that resonates, this is your reading. And if that doesn't resonate, I do want to actually, for some of you, because I feel like you're still in it, and this is like, this is almost that like activation for you to realize that this is what you have been doing. So ask yourself, like, is this, maybe you're sort of like, no, that's not it. But like, ask yourself, like, is it? And I think if you really ask yourself, it will be for some of you. Because again, I think you're very hard on yourself sometimes, and this is your invitation to start being more gentle with yourself. So if that resonates with you, or if you still feel like this is your pile, we may carry on. Okay. Energies for 2022. What is coming your way? What is your theme for the year? What does your soul want you to know? All right. So we have the reverse hummingbird. And we have Firefly in reverse. Okay. I don't usually read these cards in reverse. Also, I was just double checking if I was holding the deck upside down. Also, you have the panther on the bottom. But I'm not. There's not really, and none of these are reversed. So the fact that these two came out reversed, I feel like is a very like, hey, pay attention to me, look at me, type of message. So both of these are air signs, or air elements. So you've got the hummingbird and you've got the firefly, and there's this funny message of, there's this really funny message. I'm almost like, are we still looking at 2021? But it's like, no, this is 2022. Don't be afraid to take flight. Okay. Don't be afraid to shine. Okay. Part of this is you're still carrying a little bit of fear into 2022. And now that you're aware of it, you can already start working on it if you want, but there's still a little bit of like, well, what will people think of me? Like, what will, like, there's this message coming through of like, I'm already shining so much brighter than I did last year, like in 2020. I'm already shining so much brighter. If I shine any brighter, I'll blind everybody. Like, it's not possible. I can't shine any brighter. I can't lean into my intuitive gifts more than I already am. I can't live my purpose more than I already am. Like, I can't do it. There's no more of me to give. And it's not about you giving more. It's about you being comfortable to be more. Okay? Because there is so much more of you to shine and to share, and you are not going to get burnt out if you take care of yourself, right? And that's what you've been learning all of 2021 is to take care of yourself, to mother yourself. So don't be scared that you're going to like burn yourself out or going to like shine so bright that you suddenly like poof out of existence. You're going to be okay. And there is this energy, a little bit of like, you don't have to go fast. You don't have to, this is not a race. You do not have to speed ahead. You don't have to like go so fast that you turn invisible. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen a live hummingbird, but like they're pretty much invisible sometimes. Like they're so fast, and then they have this little like pause moment where you see them and then they're off again, and it's the coolest thing ever. But it's like, you don't have to go that fast. You don't have to go, or actually there's also like this thing of like, you're constantly comparing yourself to like other light workers or other starseeds or other empaths or just other entrepreneurs or other people, just other people in life. You're constantly comparing yourself. You don't have to go as fast as them. Okay. You're not meant to go as fast as them. You are meant to be going at the speed that you are currently going at. And this is, hold on. I gotta swap my battery. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back, because I now have a second battery. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we were talking about the firefly and the hummingbird in reverse. And this message of don't burn yourself out, because you don't have to be afraid of burning yourself out, but it's also this message of, okay, thank you for coming through clearly. If you try and keep up with everybody else, you will burn yourself out. Okay? I'm just going to say that straight up, because that's how clear that's coming through. If you try and keep up with everybody else, you will burn yourself out. That is a legitimate fear of yours to have, is burnout. Okay? I also feel like you're probably the pile where burnout is very normal for you, to the point that you're sort of like, it's fine, I can deal with it. 2022, we're not dealing with burnout anymore. Okay? It's snowing. It's snowing. Sorry. Anyways. We're not dealing with burnout in 2022, okay? This mothering energy that you were tapping into in 2021, you're going to carry that over, okay? So this is the you can leave it all in 2021. You can stop your self-care, you can stop your self-love, you can stop taking care of yourself if you want. It's totally an option. It's totally a possibility. But you're not going to do that. You are going to take care of yourself. You are going to be aware of your limits. You are going to put up your boundaries. You are going to put yourself first, and you are going to take care of yourself. Since this is a group reading, some of you are parents, some of you are mothers, some of you are fathers. I'm getting a lot of like feminine energy. But that doesn't mean that you have to actually be female, but there's a lot of, again, that mothering energy that you extend out to others. This is allowing yourself to receive it. This is still something that you're going to be learning in 2022. Some of you are younger, some of you don't have kids, some of you are, I'm feeling like high school, like just leaving school, like young adult type of thing. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can be a mother to other people, whether they are related to you or not, okay? And that could be like adopted, or that could just be that you're like the mom friend, okay? You take care of your siblings, you take care of other people, you are always the one taking care of everybody else. This year, 2021 and 2022 for you has been filled with lessons for you to learn that people will still survive even if you are not the one taking care of them. Okay? People will still survive. People have existed before you, and they will exist after you, even if they are your biological or adoptive or like chosen family. Okay? Even the people that you feel responsible for, you do not have to be responsible for them. You are responsible for you, and they are responsible for themselves. And I can hear some of you going, but they're 5, they're 10, they're 15, they're 50, whatever. Like, yes, if you have children, and speaking as someone who does not have children, but who has always been in a caretaker role with everybody that I've ever lived in existence with, and I had to really teach myself and train myself and really make a conscious effort to put myself first and to not try and predict other people's needs and wants and desires. It's still something that I'm going through. But 2022 is going to demand of you to take care of yourself. Okay? I also love that I've only pulled 3 cards, but this is what's coming forward. I'm not sugarcoating it. I never sugarcoat. I'm giving you the messages that are coming through from your higher self, from your soul, from spirit, from source, whatever you fill in the blank with, whatever you believe in. I'm delivering the messages that you need to hear, and I need you to hear this. And that's like coming through. Like, I'm not saying it. I have no attachment to whether or not you listen to this, actually. I've done my part. I've delivered the messages. I hand it off to you. The messages that coming through, like, I need you to hear this. Your soul's like, you need to listen to this. Burnout is a very big possibility, but you don't have to go down that pathway. Okay? Stop comparing yourself to everybody else. Stop looking at how quickly you perceive, because it is a perception. You think other people are moving so fast. You think other people are so successful. You think other people have everything that you want. They don't. Social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, is a highlight reel, not the behind the scenes. And even the people who are so open and so vulnerable and putting out their entire life online, they are picking and choosing what they put online. Nobody's being watched 24/7 and posting that online. Maybe there is. Maybe there's like this whole other side of the internet where everybody just like live streams 24/7. I don't know. I'm not on that side of the internet. But what I'm saying is, stop second guessing yourself. Stop talking down to yourself. 2022 is for you to move at your own pace. Thank you. That's how it wants. It's for you to move at your own pace, okay? You can go as fast or as slow as you want, but when you are going slower, because there will be time periods in 2022 when things are slower than you want them to be. If things are moving slower than you want them to be, let them. Let them move slower. They're meant to move slower. You're not... The sun is suddenly like shining and it stops snowing. But there are going to be cloudy days. There's going to be sunny days, and sometimes they're going to happen in the same day. 5 minutes ago it was snowing. Now it's sunshiny and clear. Let that be your life. Just flow with the changes. Okay? I'm going to jump off of this because I feel like I said enough of that, and I want to give you a little bit more of what is coming your way and what's going on. I am shaking. That's weird. I am full on shaking. That's really weird. I don't know. Is that like... It's really weird. I don't know if you can see that or not. I have all my decks right here on my bed. And my eyes are being drawn to the Starseed Oracle. So we're going to pull that out for you. I also just filmed a video on book recommendations for Starseeds. I don't know what order I'm posting all of the videos that I have queued up to go out in, so it may already be posted or it may be coming. So check on the channel. I'll link it down below if it is. I also feel like that card is for you. I'll link it down below if it's already posted, and if not, subscribe so that you can see it. Because I do feel like a bunch of you resonate with the Starseed title, and those books will help you in 2022 on your spiritual and human experience. So, the card on the bottom of the deck was yelling at me when I was talking, and you've got surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Okay, so we're going to move forward with the rest of this reading, assuming, or under the assumption that you listened to the first half, and you're going at your own pace, and you're taking care of yourself, and you are being the best version of you for you. Not for anybody else, but for you. You're reflecting all of your love to yourself, okay? Because that's how you're going to surrender to the sweetness. That's how you're going to bring this energy of harmony and love and peace and pleasure and joy and bliss into your life, because you are going to be allowing yourself to enjoy that and no longer trying to take care of and manage the entire world around you. It's really stepping out of that control energy and really stepping into that I choose, but I surrender and release attachment and allow myself to receive and also give when I am able to give. Yeah, you've got jump in, a Andromedanian energy, adventure, say yes to change, okay? So let things be different this year. Let 2022 be your year of like quantum leaping. Allow 2022 to be the time where you really start focusing on you. And I can hear you now. You're like, I'm already focusing on me. We talked about that thing where you're like, I don't know how I could possibly surrender more, or possibly take care of myself more, or possibly shine brighter. You can. You have it in you, okay? So you you can let go. Like you can have more. You can bring more in. Just allowing yourself to take the leap. Okay? Allowing yourself to trust your intuition more. Allowing yourself to receive more. You've also got the 7 Star Sisters, Birth and Creations, Tapestry of Light, Expression. Again, stepping into that energy of allowing yourself. The sun is freaking shining, okay? Can you see like my head's half lit up now? This is for you, because one of the things is, like, for me as a reader and an intuitive, I work with light codes, all of this, and they always show up in readings when they're meant to show up. Like the sun does not play games. The sun shows up for you. So this is part of your reading. Allow yourself to shine, allow yourself to receive, and allow yourself to like go into this saying yes to change and allowing yourself to have that choice and no longer being called to control other people. Allowing yourself to work in this co-creation energy instead of this controlling energy will set you free and move you forward so much faster than you could ever. It's like, it's that energy of like, you're planning a party, you're setting up for a party, and people keep coming being like, hey, do you need help? And you're like, no, I've got it. I'm going to serve the drinks and set the table and hang new drapes on the wall. And I'm also going to go clean up the spill on the floor. And I'm going to set up the chairs. And I'm going to go do my hair and makeup. And I'm going to go change my clothes. And I'm going to go be the DJ and the dancer at the same time. And I'm going to go pick up the kids from daycare. And I'm going to go. It's like, allow yourself to receive that help. Allow yourself to ask for help. And even in again, because I was talking on like the bigger scale than actually just asking other people. But like, that's what you're doing with the universe, is you're like, well, I want this, but I want to control all of it. And it's like, no, decide what you want, what role you want to play, and play that role. Be that person. Allow yourself to be that. Instead of you trying to be the one who does everything, right? Just be the person that shows up to the party. Don't be the party planner and the decorator and the DJ and the caterer and the lights guy and the person who cleans off the driveway, whatever. Like, you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. Allow yourself to co-create with other people and the universe and source and your higher self. Allow yourself to stop trying to be everything. You don't have to be everything, okay? Again, surrender to that sweetness. Surrender to that sweetness and create that heaven on earth, because it's coming to you. I am hearing too that there is this message of you don't fully believe that yet. You're kind of like, I'm reading the books and I'm watching the videos and I'm reading the cards and I'm talking to the moon and I'm making my manifestations and I've been doing this for a really, really long time, but I'm also capping my potential. I'm capping my capacity to receive. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared of shining bright. I'm scared of receiving everything that I want. Like, I really, really want it, but I'm scared. I want it, but I'm scared. And I've never had it before, so I don't really know if it's going to work. Sorry, I'm like, what voice is that? So you want it, but you're a little bit scared, and you're kind of like, if I got everything that I wanted, would I be okay? Would it be okay? Would I be okay? Would I survive, or would I blow up? Would the whole universe blow up? And you will be fine. It'll be new. It'll be different. You'll let go of some things that no longer serve you, that no longer make you happy. You'll finally throw out the stuff that you've been wanting to throw out for a really long time. There's this funny analogy, message, image coming through of keeping your old socks that have holes in them because you're afraid that your feet will be cold, and you've bought new socks, but you don't want to put the new socks on yet because you don't want them to get holes, and you're kind of like, ooh, but what if I ruin them? I don't want to ruin them, so I'm just gonna keep wearing my old socks that I'm really comfortable in, even though they have a hole in the big toe, and even though I bought new socks and they were delivered to me and I got them, after I asked for them. I don't want to get rid of them yet. I'm just gonna wait a little bit. I'm just gonna hold on to my old socks for a while. It's time to get rid of the old socks. It's time to throw them out, put on the new ones, and if the new ones wear out, if the new ones no longer fit you, you get new ones. You get another pair. You change it up. Change your socks every day. You've also got You Are Not Alone, Isolation, Physical Connection, and Community. It just felt like that was coming through. So we're bringing that forward. It's also followed by karmic relationships. So you might be healing a lot of karmic relationships. But you're not alone. And in 2020, if you're looking for a love connection, I don't necessarily feel like this is a love connection that's coming in. I feel like it's much more building that sense of self and building that community with other people, finding a new friend group, finding that chosen family, but also just realizing that you are not alone and that what you're going through and what you're asking for has always been there, and you're going to start seeing it. And for some of you who have been doing this for years and years and years, there is a level of releasing that idea that you can't have it, that there's a cap on your capacity to receive. So really, really opening up and allowing yourself to expand your heart center, your body, expanding your capacity to receive, allowing yourself to receive more than you've ever received before. Excuse me, I am burping or hiccuping. It's sort of like a two in one, which is a sense of it. For me, it's a sign of shifting. When that happens, after, if I haven't like drank a fizzy pop, or like it just randomly, like I suddenly have like a hiccup or a burp or a hiccup burp, it's energy shifting. So allow yourself to shift energy. Also notice if that ever happens to you, it's just energy shifting. Things are changing. How are we doing for time? It's a little longer than I wanted to do, but that's okay. It's funny, I didn't pull any tarot for you guys. Do we want who? Okay. Oh, it's because there's so many cards behind me that I sort of forgot existed. Oh, I make myself laugh. That's hilarious. All right. What else do you want to know about 2022? It's time to take action. Okay? It's time to take action. 2022, again, you're not going to burn yourself out because you've listened to this reading, because you know it in your heart. You've been listening to your soul. You know it in yourself. It's time to take action. It's time for a new beginning. You are good enough. Yeah, you are good enough to receive all of this. Even if you do absolutely nothing. And that's part of that lesson of learning in the don't get burnt out type of thing. Don't try and compare with other people. You don't have to do anything to be worthy. You are worthy no matter what you do. The days where you are so crazy productive, you are worthy. The days where you stay in bed all day, you're worthy. Like, no matter what you're doing, you are worthy. Yeah, it's time to release the negativity. Okay? This idea that you can't have it, or that you have to work harder than everybody else and you have to give more than everybody else to receive more, that's a lie. That is a straight up lie. This is what you're telling me. It is a lie. Yeah, a new start is coming. Okay? And new belief systems are coming for you. This is the start of something new. Yeah, sorry, I just love it when the cards like stack themselves perfectly. They're like, here's the message, just going to keep going. Expect powerful change. Okay, expect powerful change and allow yourself to receive the powerful change. This is just going. I'm like, this is like fiery climax approaches. Hold your vision. This is all appropriate for you, but we're going to get these messages another way, because that's like, anyways. But yeah, expect powerful change. A new start is coming. It's time to release negativity. Like, the one big belief that you have is that you can't receive it, that you're asking for too much, and you are not asking for you are not asking for too much. You are not too much, and you are also, not enough. So there's part of you that's like, I'm not enough. But then there's part of you that's like, I'm too much. You're not. You're perfect. Exactly the way you are. Okay. And some of you don't like the word perfect, and that's okay. Allow yourself to reclaim the word perfect. because a lot of people are like, oh, perfect is impossible, like I'm perfectly imperfect, all of that. Reclaim the word perfect and realize that every single day and every single second of every single moment, you are perfect exactly as you are. And you can still grow and evolve and shift and all of that stuff. That's part of you being perfect. Just your expansion, your growth, your learning, your lessons, your love, your happiness, your tears, all of it, in every single thing that you do, you are perfect, okay? I'm just going to look behind me and choose some card decks because I forgot they existed. Oh, we like you. Oh, you're a good one too. Thank you. I'm going to sneeze. Shifting. I feel like I need you, but we've already done you, but we're just going to pull you out anyways. I think I might use some of you for the other groups, but I think you're okay. You know what? Just because we are going to grab you guys. All three? We'll just grab all three. Okay. Cool. Now that I've demolished my shelves. Okay. So. Okay. 2021 for pile number 1. Ooh, thank you. Thank you. Ooh, 2. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Love it. Okay. I'm running out of space of where to put cards. Okay. So, you have got abundance. Okay. So 2022 is going to be filled with abundance. Allow yourself to believe that. Remember this, did I just say it? Release negativity. There we go. These creating new belief systems that you're going through. Oh, and you even have you are good enough over here. But yeah, in these new belief systems that you are creating, it's going to be bringing you abundance. It's going to be allowing yourself to receive that abundance of love, joy, happiness, bliss, pleasure, money, all of that. This is the time to analyze yourself, okay? Analyze your thoughts, analyze your patterns, analyze your belief systems, and really, again, creating that mindset that supports where you want to live, where you want to be, who you want to have. And that is followed by sense. Okay? I'm actually hearing this really funny message, so take it or leave it if it doesn't resonate. Leave behind common sense. Okay? I'm wondering if some of you were told when you were little to like just have common sense. Like that's not common sense. Like, sort of this funny message of like parents or teachers or relatives or whatever really, really drilling into you what was possible and what wasn't possible. And this is going to be your time to start really analyzing it and looking at it and releasing that negativity, and really beginning to realize that that was someone else's very, very limited point of view of the world and the world that they lived in when they told you that and they drilled that belief system into you that you were not enough and that you couldn't have it, is irrelevant now. We're not in the same world that we were 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, last week, yesterday. We're not in that world anymore. We're in this world right here. Different than 1 second ago. It's right now. So it's really time to start analyzing those inner thought patterns that are telling you that you can't have it or can't do it. And I feel like for some of you, you're like, I've been doing this for years. Sorry, spoiler alert, you're going to keep doing it for years and years and years. The human experience is learning, unlearning, remembering, and returning to self. There's also a whole bunch of other stuff in there, but like, just kick my table. We're always going to be cleaning stuff out. The same way you have to brush your teeth every day, you get to do that with your energy and your spiritual systems and your soul systems. But again, there's this funny thing about making sense of things and also allowing yourself to just let things happen. You don't have to know exactly how they happened or why they happened. It's almost this message of like, let go of analyzing, but like analyze the negative, but like when you receive it, just trust that you received it. Don't try and figure it out or dissect it or pick it apart. And you've also got glory. I don't know if I told you that. You are going to find a lot of recognition this year. People are going to be recognizing the growth that you've been through. They're going to be recognizing your skill set. They're going to be recognizing who you are. if there's any sort of, I'm hearing the word fame. So if there's anywhere that you're, and not like you're going to go off to Hollywood and be a movie star unless that's what you want, then go for it. Take action. You had that over here. But there is this messaging about, like what you have been creating, you are going to be recognized for. Okay? You are going to be recognized for what you've been putting out there into the world, and you're going to be, people are going to start noticing all the work that you've been doing. Allow yourself to receive that. Okay? Allow yourself to receive that praise and that glory. There was something that I feel like I just remembered before, and I don't know what it was, and I was like, oh yeah, go grab, or go do, or talk about, or who knows. Oh, I want to, we're going to pause on this. I'll come back to this deck because it does have some things for you. So funnily enough, we didn't use any tarot today. And for whatever reason, I actually sometimes find that year ahead readings, we don't use tarot. I don't know why. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It's all about like the person. But for this group reading, I don't feel like we're using any tarot. But we had the star was the candle that you chose. So I briefly want to touch on what the star card is about, because I didn't even make the connection until like I made the connection. That you got the star and you got the firefly. And to me, they're very, very similar cards. The star is about you shining your light. Okay? It also has a little bit of that glory energy, that finding that fame, that being recognized. It's also like the light in the darkness. It's the shining bright and not being intimidated by other people shining bright around you. It's the realizing that you can have that community and you don't have to have that competition with other people. Like you had community here. You don't have to compete with other people who are doing the same thing as you. Like you can celebrate yourself and other people. You can rise up together. You can shine bright together. Someone else's brightness doesn't take away from your own. And I just wanted to bring that in because you did choose the star card, and that was a message that wanted to come through. So, some self-care. This is a self-care oracle. Some self-care for you for 2022. Spend time with animals. Okay? I'm also hearing if you've been thinking about getting a pet or wanting to get a pet, get yourself a pet. It'll be good for you. And then also singing. Okay? And actually with this singing card, I'm also hearing the release the negativity. Really pay attention to what you are singing along to, like what songs you're singing along to. If you're singing along to a song that's like, my life is so crappy, I'm so broke, life is awful, humanity sucks, everything's horrible, or I'm so heartbroken, or whatever, just clear your energy off. Just be like, I'm just singing. I'm not manifesting this. I'm not putting this out there. Just sort of put that out for your soul and the energy and the frequencies of like, I'm just singing. I'm not manifesting this, because our voice is so powerful. So like when we are singing along to songs, we're manifesting. So it's like, or find songs that are like, I'm so happy. Money comes to me easily. Money comes to me effortlessly. I'm enjoying myself. I'm taking care of myself. I'm working on my stuff. Everything's accomplishing. Like, I don't know. There's like, in the last like year or so, like affirmation songs have really like boosted up in the world, and I love that. I just want like everybody to like put out really awesome like affirmation songs. If you have any like favorite affirmation songs, please drop them in the comments down below, because I would love to add to my playlist of just like really upbeat, happy songs. But yeah, allow yourself to sing. The other thing that you can do too is just sing your affirmations, or sing like just like, it's a beautiful day, it's a great day, I'm super happy. Like, just sing it. Just allow yourself to express in that throat chakra energy. Yeah, that was the message that came through. And you've also got to take a walk. Okay? So in 2022, I just realized, 2022, connecting with nature, move your body more, connect into your body. But the spending time with animals, I think, is the biggest one for you. Yeah, that's not resonating. So yeah, really just allowing yourself to just be, okay, and take care of yourself, work on yourself. Like you're doing it. You're doing a lot of it. I don't know if you're watching this video, so you might channel or receive your own information or whatever. I don't know if it ever happens to you, but sometimes, like, the receiving will be like the door will just slam and you'll be like, you've overloaded them. Me talking about the message coming through of like, they're done, you're good, stop this pile. And then my camera was like, maximum recording limit reached. So all the signs, like I got the energized door slam of like, time's up, or not time's up, but like they're done, they're finished, their reading's over. They received everything that they needed. If they need more, they will book a private session or come back for another video or something like that. So yeah, that, and then literally the camera was like, no, we're done. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, if you do want a private session, we are booking 2022 readings right now. And those go more into detail. This is more of like the overview for the whole year. And again, a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm sending you so much love because I feel like you're like, I'm done. I'm not hearing anything anymore. So sending you tons of love. Mwah. I'll talk to you later. Bye. All right. We're back. So if you chose pile number 2. Ooh, which one was pile number 2? This was pile number 2. This candle and this crystal. If you chose it. If you chose the Celestite. Let's move this out of the way. That was pile number 1. This is pile number 2. If you chose the Celestite, your candle reveal, then your card / the candle that you chose is the Hermit. Okay? Just put it. No, it's gonna. We had to move it off to the other side the other day too for the pile number 1. Other day, just like an hour ago. For pile number 1. Anyways, if you chose the Hermit, okay. I'm going to come back to this. The message that's coming with the Hermit, because what I decided with pile number 1 was, instead of just diving into, what's coming for 2022, we're actually going to look at the energy that you've experienced in 2021. So, who wants to come forward? What card deck do you guys want the same? Yeah, okay. We'll stick with the theme of the same. Okay. So, okay. My pile number 2s, my beautiful pile number 2s. Okay. So what energy or frequency were you embodying in 2021 that will help you realize that this is your reading? We're going with 2. All right. Is this yours as well? Yes, but this is for 2022. Okay. Okay. So for the energy for 2021, and you might be the type of person who pulls multiple cards because you got 2 cards and then 2 cards. So you have got the Swan, and you have also got the Dragonfly. Okay, this was a really, really big year for you, coming into your elegance, coming into your own, coming into this, like, recognizing the beauty inside of yourself, recognizing your own healing abilities, your own, the way that you shift frequency, the way that when you walk into a room, energy changes. You really learned to love yourself this year. Like, I'm filled with this, like, it just, like, there's just this feeling of, like, yeah. Like, it feels really, really good. Like, it was, like, I feel like you left, like, 2020 and 2020, and you were like, I am determined to work on myself this year. I'm determined to not even make it, but just recognize how beautiful the world is, recognize how beautiful life is. And that's what you were really doing this year. There was also, like, with this Swan energy, and there's, like, yeah, there is, okay, there's this, like, there's a swan here, but there's, like, the reflection of the swan down here. There's very much this message of, like, you got really, really comfortable, with the other side of you, little bit of shadow work. You're probably going to be doing more shadow work as you lean into 2022. But it's like you were doing shadow work even if you didn't know you were doing shadow work. Like, shadow work is a great title, but you don't have to know what shadow work is to be doing shadow work. It's looking at what's inside of you, the parts of you that scare yourself. And you've done that this year. You've looked at your fears, you've looked at your insecurities, you've looked at your triggers, and you've overcome them or made progress in overcoming them. But you also had this, you were willing to fight for yourself this year. You were no longer going to be the pushover or the shove over, whatever. You were no longer going to shove your needs to the side to make other people happy. This year, you were willing to fight for yourself because swans can be quite vicious. And I'm not saying that you're vicious or evil or mean or anything like that, but you got very, very comfortable this year with standing up for yourself. And if you've dealt with narcissists in the past or just people that were used to you people pleasing, you might have shook some feathers into the swan card. You might have shook some feathers up and people were like, whoa, like, who is this new person? Like, where are you coming from? Like, what happened to like the sweet person that you used to be? You're still the sweet person that you used to be, but you've put up your boundaries. You're no longer sacrificing your health, your mental health, your state of mind, your love, your energy, your time for people who aren't going to give that back to you, or for things that don't actually mean anything to you. You're no longer putting yourself through the ringer just to make other people more comfortable. Okay? Yeah, and then with the dragonfly here, you went through a huge transformation this year. Okay, this is magic. This is transformation. This is expansion. I feel like you feel like you found your calling, or you're finding your calling. That's what I'm hearing. It's like you did it. You did what everybody's talking about. You did what everybody's trying to do. Like, you found yourself this year, and you're living as yourself. You spread your wings. You flew away. And I'm hearing for some of you that you're like, I didn't actually fly away though. Like, I'm still in the nest. I'm still living at home, or I'm still like, what? But like spiritually, emotionally, like mentally, you went off. You did the things that you've been wanting to do. Like, you. Why is my nose itchy all of a sudden? Did any of you like watch Bewitched as a child? If you're my age, it was way before you, but if you're older than me, you might have had it. I don't know. It's like a super old TV show. For anyone who was like very familiar with it, I did not call you super old. I called the TV show super old. But Bewitched. I can't remember. It's like, I'm not even going to try and guess what year it was from. Anyways, in Bewitched, she like shakes her nose. She's like a genie, I think. Honestly, don't remember. But like she like would twitch her nose. I don't know why I'm thinking of that, but you found your magic this year. You found your powers. Maybe it's like you tapped into like this energy of like being your own genie. That'd be pretty sick. Like granting your own wishes, like sort of like tapped into the secrets of the universe. That's the energy for 2021. Like, that's what you went through. And if you are going like, that's not me, like that didn't happen. Like, we still got 2 months left. Like, I'm filming this in November. I'm posting this in November. You still got 2 months left. So all of this can still happen for 2021, right? Like, the other thing too I am hearing is, for some of you, you've been building up to this all year. So if you're listening to this like beginning half and you're like, this isn't, but it's like, no, the rapid acceleration, the rapid growth is happening now in November, December. So anything that you're like, no, this hasn't happened yet, or like I haven't gotten it, or whatever, it's coming. It's literally like, it's going to, and it's coming in super, super fast. And I also say this as someone who literally like in October was like, nothing's happening, nothing's moving, everything's stagnant, what is going on? And then in like November 30 or October 30th, 31st, November 1st, November 2nd, like everything just went like whoosh. And I was like, literally like so many things went like just lined up and happened and like arrived. And I was like, whoa, okay. Express shipping or what? Sorry, I don't know why that's funny. But yeah, like that's the vibe. So if you're kind of like, this hasn't happened yet, 2021 is not over. This is still your energy for 2021. And if you're second guessing yourself, have you been in hermit mode this year? Have you been doing a ton of self-reflection? Have you been working on yourself? Have you been taking care of yourself? This is your reading, okay? Don't doubt yourself for a second. Don't be like playing small and being like, no, this isn't for me. Own it. Claim it. It's yours. just recognize it. You don't even have to claim it because it's already yours. It's already yours. You just have to recognize it and see it. How much growth you have gone on. Actually, if you're a pile number 2, you have homework. Get a journal, get a notebook, like get whatever, like get something. Doesn't have to be fancy. It can be like just a little notebook. You can go fancier if you want. Like you can get like a fancier journal, like whatever you want. Like get something. It can literally be a pad of paper. It can be the notes in your phone. Like get yourself. It can be a napkin. Okay, it can be a napkin. Or if you don't like writing, open your phone, record a voice note to yourself. Just take a look back on this year and reflect on everything that you've accomplished and everything that you've done, because I feel like you have some really, really big, giant dreams that you're wanting and you're asking for, and those aren't here just yet. It's not a no, it's a not yet. So they're coming. They are coming in for you. I just had a panic attack thinking I wasn't filming, but I am filming. So if you're having a panic attack because they're not here yet, calm yourself down and realize that they are on their way, and you have done everything and you continue to do everything that you need to do to make them happen. And even when you are doing nothing, they are still happening. Okay. The world is still working for you to bring you everything that's in your favor. Moving on to 2022, because your energy is just like, girl, I got this. I got this. So you're moving on to energy for 2022. Thank you. Your energy for 2022. This is interesting. This is interesting. Ooh. Okay, that makes so much sense, because I was like, wait, what does this mean? And then came down. Just had to wait a second. So first off, you have whale. And then you have fire ant, okay? So you know how we talked about like that rapid acceleration, that rapid growth, that like forward motion of like things are just suddenly going to be like boom, 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 like spiritual hits, downloads, healing, cleansing, everything you want arriving, everything in like express shipping, like VIP service all the way for everything. Yeah, there is like some fire that has been lit under your ASS. Because YouTube doesn't like swear words. I do. It's okay. If you're watching my video, you're probably okay with it, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. But someone has lit a fire under your pants. We'll call it that. And they're like, not even someone. You lit your own fire, okay? But like everything's lining up for you now. And it's just like, yep, I ordered it. I have this image of you like sitting at a table in a restaurant, like the metaphorical restaurant, the spiritual restaurant of life, being like, yes, I ordered the souffle. Yes, I ordered the sushi. Yes, I ordered the Thai food. Yes, I ordered the salad. Yes, I ordered the healthy whatever. Yes, I ordered Harry Styles to serenade me in the corner. Yes, I ordered the $1 million. Yes, I ordered all of this, and it's like all like the universe, like your spirit guides, your team are like bringing it out as if they're almost like waiters, like they're bringing everything to you that you asked for. And it's that rapid thing, like, yeah, you've been sitting there and you're kind of like, did they forget about me? Like, did they forget? They did not forget. You put in a big order, so it's going to take a little while. And that's that whale energy, that big order that you put in, those big dreams, those big manifestations. I'm so freaking hyped right now. This is like the energy that's coming through. I'm like, I'm going to have to go like sit down and meditate after this or something, because it's like, it's like I almost want to like take my sweater off because I'm all like heated up, but like in a good way of that, like when everything's like moving and like flowing and just like I'm so excited for you. Okay, like if you know what you're manifesting, or you like, put it down in the comments and let me know, because I'm so excited for whatever you are creating. This might be like my favorite reading I've ever done before, because the energy is just like, it's amazing. Okay. Yeah, you have some really big things, and they've taken a little while. You had to be really patient, and one of the things you had to learn in 2021 was patience, and moving from the energy of waiting and wanting and being like, where is it, to the trust and the patience of like, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. I ordered it. It's on its way. I'm good. I'm good. Like, I'll keep moving forward. I'll keep doing my thing, but it's on its way. It's coming. You had to learn that this year, and you did, like in 2021, like you learned it, because like everything now that you've sort of like released that attachment and like embraced surrender and patience and just like being like, It'll show up when it shows up. It'll show up when it shows up. Like, it's on its way. It's showing up. Like, I'm not going to go check the mailbox every day. I'm just going to sit here and it's going to be delivered right to my doorstep, right into my hands. I don't have to go chase it down. It's being delivered right to me. Right to me, right to me, right to me. That is the energy of 2022. Because this is a group reading. No, you know what? I was gonna be like, no, we're not gonna go into like we're going into what's coming. It wants to reveal it. Oh my god, this energy. Whew. Who wants to come forward? Okay, we like you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this, you chose the mermaid tarot. I'm like, what is this called? The fish people? You chose the mermaid tarot. And for me, this is a very, very magical deck. It's also, what I consider one of my, I use it, like, it's very, like, romantic for me, but also, like, very spiritual and healing. So, right off the bat, I'm like, if you've been calling in, again, group reading, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but if you've been calling in romance, likelihood you're getting some romance. If you've been calling in spiritual growth and transformation, that's a definite for everybody who's watching this reading. I forget, magic? What was... You're getting it. It's yours. Like, fill in the blank with whatever you want. If you've been manifesting it, you're getting it. Okay. Temperance. You have got temperance, okay? Like, this is literally, like, yeah, you're... Again, it's that, like, the balancing of, like, bringing things in, having the options, having the choices, getting everything that you want, getting everything that you're asking for, knowing that you have that patience and you have that time and you have that energy of, like, she's not juggling the two different, like the seashell and the conch shell. Like she's not juggling. She's not multitasking. She's co-creating. She's making it work. She's using all of her skills, all of her abilities. It's not this like, oh my god, there's too much for me to hold. It's like, look at me get in flow. Look at me be in motion. And that's what this is. It's like you being in this beautiful, stunning flow state, okay? Like that's what it is. It's like it's not just alignment. Like, it is like being on that river of life and going with the current, going with the flow, being the flow. Like, it's crazy. It's like, I'm just like, yes. Super, super interesting. Okay. Very, very, very interesting. Okay. You've got the Eight of Swords. Okay, and I almost asked if this was, like, I actually did ask. I was like, is this for them or is it not for them? It is for you, okay? There are going to be some things that you don't see coming, and they're not bad things. Like, I don't want you to be scared about any of this. They're not bad things. You're not meant to see them, okay? You're not meant to have a heads up. So, if you've been questioning, like, what am I even manifesting, or like, how is this going? You're not meant to see that. You're not meant to know yet. You're meant to just ride the waves. You're meant to just be in that flow, be in that current. You're not meant to see them yet. And there's also some, yeah, thank you. By the way, you got strength, and I will touch on that in just a second. There are some things that, again, it's this really funny story. Someone's messaging me, and apparently I left my computer on. There's the first half of the reading still applies. Super hyped up. We love it. But there is this, you're getting I feel like we needed the hope and the possibility and the knowing that you're getting everything that you want. Shifting energy, excuse me. Hiccuping or burping or whatever is an energy shift for me. So, excuse me, I just burped, but energy shifting. Allow yourself to shift. ooh, like this message is like, it's so interesting because it's there and then it's like leaving, and then it's there and then it's leaving. It's like it doesn't want me to fully see the message, which is so funny because again, we were talking about like not being able to see it. You are getting everything that you want. And I hate saying, for whatever reason, I hate right now being like, you're getting everything that you want. But everything that you've been putting out there, everything that you've been working towards, everything that you've been manifesting, everything that you've been taking action on, you are getting. There are still some doubts in your brain, or in your mindset. Unconsciously, they're unconscious beliefs that are coming up. You have the strength to set yourself free. See how she's taking this net off of this whale? This is you. This is you. Oh my God. Whale, whale. Whale, whale. Anywhere that these old fears, these old insecurities, these old doubts are popping up, start noticing them. Okay? Start noticing them, start recognizing them, and start calling yourself on them. And when you catch it, decide that you don't need it anymore. Let it go. Heal it. Transform it. Transmute it. Dance is amazing. Breath work is amazing. Going to see a therapist or a practitioner, whoever, consultant, mentor, getting guidance, taking a course, taking a program, reading a book. Starting to release those unconscious patterning, those habits, will allow this to come in, right? Like, because this is all coming in. But there's a little bit of this thing of like, we don't want it to arrive, and then you go, oh, it's too good to be true, it's not for me, and let it, and almost actually push it away. You want it to arrive, and you be like, yeah, I ordered this. This is mine. Thank you so much. So glad you finally arrived. But again, there is this little bit of this energy of like, there is still work to do, I guess, is sort of the message that's coming through. But you do have the strength, okay? And you have the abilities and the capabilities and the resources, I'm hearing, and the resources, to remove the netting that you have cast around yourself, okay? So you have, the netting is like the limiting beliefs, the self-doubt, the second-guessing yourself, the pushing it away once you bring it in. That's what this net is. The things that are trying to tear you down, start noticing them and release them, because you do have the strength to do that. I don't have a book recommendation yet. I'm hearing like, recommend a book, and I'm like, what book? I will think of it, or I will do another video, or you'll find it. There's some book that your body would like to read. What book? Literally, I'm looking at my room and I'm like, what book? Anyways, where are we going with this? Where are we going? 2022. What do they need to know? What do they need to be aware of? What's coming? Ooh. Okay, okay. They're meant to be reversed, because I was just asking, are they meant to be reversed? So you have the Nine of Cups, and you have the Fool card. If you read tarot, Nine of Cups, you're getting, like, it's the options are coming in. The options are flowing. Oh, that was reversed. Sorry. The options are flowing. All of that. This is, oh yeah, and the Fool was reversed. Oh, thank you. Okay. Cool. Okay. I wasn't sure exactly what the messaging was going to be here, but we just got it. The Fool in reverse is talking about how you know what you're doing, okay? You know what you're going through. This isn't like it's not a new beginning. It's not a new cycle. Like, you're in the middle of a cycle. You're in the middle of your story. This is not you starting all over. This is you getting to that sequel, getting to that continuation, getting to that the part of the hero's journey where everything starts working out for the hero, where they've done the montage of training, because every movie has like the montage of training. You've done that. 2021 was the montage of training and getting knocked on your ass and then getting back up again, getting knocked on your ass, getting back up again. 2022 is the part of the movie where the character, you, goes off on the adventure. Okay, you go off and you take all this knowledge that you've learned, all of the information that you've received, all of the signs, all of the guidance, and you go out on your own. That is what I'm getting from this card. Or from these cards. This is the time where you take all of those gifts that you have received, you take all of the wisdom, all of the learning, all of the growth that you've been accumulating. And this is the year to go out and make it happen. This is the year to like go out and be like, yeah, this is coming. This is it. This is my time is what I'm hearing. So that's super interesting. I don't normally do my cards this way, but we're doing them for you this way. Sorry I bent you, but they wanted you to. Yeah. Okay, cool. Bottom of the deck is the Magician. Okay, you've been manifesting this. You've been working towards this. Magician, followed by Justice. Everything, the scales are balancing out. Everything that you've been working towards, you're getting. Sorry I bent you. I love you. You're getting everything that you asked for. Like you are stepping. Oh, super cool too. It wants us to bring. You're stepping out of the hermit, out of the solitude. You're moving away from the I'm doing it by myself, into the Magician. You're stepping into the Magician. You're stepping into that energy of, again, really having those tools and knowing how to work with those tools. Okay, that's super, super cool. All right. I'm going to pause this and start it again because it's going to cut off in just a sec, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Okay. 2022 for my pile number 2s. So you've got Manifest, which again, we have Magician, we have Manifest. We talked about like everything coming in, everything that you've been manifesting coming in. And you've also got Heal. Okay? You're healing the parts of yourself that believe that you can't receive. I just heard this so freaking clear. Like, so, nothing else, just so clear. 2022 is the year for you to release all of the chains, all of the nets, all of the trappings that prevent you from receiving and make you feel like you don't deserve to receive. And it's the year for you to learn to receive. It's the year for you to really realize how freaking powerful you are. Like realizing that you have this power and that single thing that you ask for is being given to you, and accepting it, no longer second guessing it, no longer doubting it. Shifting. Excuse me. No. The ego part of myself right now wants to like edit that out, and I'm like, it was meant to be there. You're shifting, they're shifting, let it shift. Don't judge yourself, to myself, and then also to you. Don't judge yourself. But moving into this energy of healing anywhere that you think that you can't have your manifestations, anywhere that you think you can't have your creations, anywhere that you think that you're doing this alone. It's like that's what you're healing. Excuse me. I don't know where this is coming from. Shifting, Laura. It's not health related. It's shifting. Okay. That's so funny. I'm like, it's not health related. And then I get this like stabbing as if I just shoved a needle into my ear pain. Oh. Whoever has tendinitis. Is it tendinitis, the ringing? I send it back to you. I don't need it. Oh. I feel like someone's ancestor was just yelling at me because they want me to like deliver a message for someone in particular. So I very silently in my head just said, this is a group reading. If there's a message for a viewer, they can message me privately and book a session. And their ancestor was like, okay, yeah, I'll go tell them. So if that was your ancestor, you'll know. Ow, though. We don't like that. We don't do that. Group reading. Okay, you've got fluid. Okay, so the other thing I'm hearing is release the way that this is particularly for money. If you've been manifesting money, I'm hearing that this is for money. Release the way that you think you have to receive money, okay? And actually, funnily enough, the bottom of the card is capture, and you're no longer receiving money, you are capturing money. So that's very interesting. You've also got, yeah, I'm going to talk about those two in just a second. There's this message coming through here of change the way that you believe you have to receive money, or the way that you've always received money. Release the need for it to come through in a certain way. Allow yourself to open up to the possibilities of getting paid to just be you. Getting paid, or sorry, capturing money just by being you. I'm also hearing, if you've been thinking about doing a YouTube channel, if you are doing a YouTube channel, or like photography or Instagram or modeling or anything where like you capture yourself on like film or recording or whatever, keep going with that. Keep going with that and allow it to make you more money. Allow it to bring you more money, because that is that's something that, like, for this group, like, however it is, like, there is, for some of you, not for all of you, because, again, group reading, but for some of you, there is this energy of, like, you're meant to be captured and share your voice or your message or your, whatever you're doing. Like, there is a quality about it of capturing it, like capturing the moment. And that's like that, allowing that to bring you money. Or if you're making TikToks or whatever, like release the idea that you have to have like a regular job. Like, those are now regular jobs. YouTubers, TikTokers, all, like, they're some of the richest people in the world. So let yourself go capture money that way. This actually leads us into your next two cards. So you have conform and you have hate. Okay? This is where, for some of you in 2022, I feel like you might be leaving or transitioning or changing your job. If you are in a job that you currently hate, and it either, one, doesn't make you money, or two, it does make you money. If you hate it and it makes you money, this is your permission to leave if you so choose to. Again, don't come for me if you, like, you get to make your own decisions. But I am hearing that, like, there will be potentially, if you want it, the opportunity to have a career change. And if you are in a job that you hate, that doesn't even really make you money, this is more than your permission slip to pursue what actually would bring you joy. And actually, just by being you, you can capture and receive money. So this is also there's also this, like, this messaging of, we're going back to the belief systems that we had over here, of, like, releasing those old belief systems. But there's this thing of, like, you have to conform to society's norms. But the norms that you're referring to are not actually society's norms anymore. Like, the getting married by a certain age, having the kids by a certain age, doing any of the, like, the having a house and having a kid and having a job and going to work at for a corporate company, or like the things that were, like, for our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents, like, all the things that were, like, the society norms, or like that this is how you do life. Allow yourself to release those opinions that that's how you have to do it. And again, just be yourself. Do what makes you happy. And that will allow those other things to release. I don't want to say that, but okay, I'll say it. For some of you, and this is like a small group of you who are watching this, or a large group of you, but I feel like it's a small, for some of you, again, with the job, you've been going back and forth about leaving a job because it's comfortable, and because you're not fully ready to step into the thing that you've been sort of like you've been working on, like a side hustle or like a side job or like your side passion, and it's sort of bringing you money. Maybe it's not bringing you money yet, but you're sort of stressing about it because you're like, I don't want to leave the comfort of my job that I'm not really thrilled with, but like I'm okay with, I'm all right with it, but like I've really been wanting to leave. But you're not fully ready to, like, dive into your actual work, or like this, like your work. And by your work, I mean, like, your soul's purpose, your work, your thing. Your soul's purpose also doesn't have to be your job, by the way. Your soul's purpose is just to be you. But for some of you, this is like the thing that makes you really happy, the thing that lights you up. You want it to make you money. You want it to be your career. And there's this message coming through of like, yeah, if you've been contemplating it, if you've been thinking about it, and you're like one foot in one world, one foot in the other world, it's sort of this like, it's time. It's time in 2022. It's time to make a decision, okay? Because one of the things that's holding you back from having all the choices and having all the options is that you have one foot in one world and one foot in the other. And I mean this like living world. Do not. I just realized I was like one world and one world. This is not an image. Like this is in the 3D. In the 3D. But like you have one world. You have one foot in your old life where you listen to everybody, and then you have one foot in the I'm following my passion and my joy and my pleasure and the things that bring me happiness. And 2022 is going to be the year of you deciding, do I want to keep doing things? Do I want to be comfortably uncomfortable, or do I want to take the risk and chase my dreams and potentially have everything happen? Because the potential of everything happening is very, very high. Like everything was coming through at the beginning of this, of you getting everything. Like it's not even getting everything you want, but just it's actually not getting everything you want. You're not going to get everything you want. You're going to get greater, better, more expansive, more amazing than what you want, because right now in the life that you are living, in the world that you are in, you can't see the bigger picture. You can't see the greater calling that you have, because right now you are caught in the net of the life that you are currently living. And the life that you are currently living is small because you only have the experiences of what you've currently done. So you're not even going to get everything that you want. You are going to get so much greater because you can't even see the greatness that is planned out for you, that you're manifesting, that you're putting into it. The things that are coming that are so much bigger than you could even possibly imagine. Like that's what the things that are coming in. It's like, yeah, it's like once you take that leap of faith and like jump into it, even though it's scary, even though you're hopping off a cliff, right? The fool hopping off a cliff, she's walking into the water, but the hopping off a cliff. Once you sort of take that leap and once you sort of do that thing, like, you're not going to get everything you want. You're going to get greater than you could have ever asked for in the life that you are currently in. Because in the life that you are currently in, you can't even comprehend the possibilities and the way that things are going to come to you. Okay? Sorry, I'm just taking a moment. Because I hope this is translating and this isn't just like me feeling the energy and just like, because I'm sitting here going, this makes so much sense. Oh my God, greatest reading I've ever done. Like, also, I'm so excited if you pick pile 2. I am so excited for you. Oh, it's also super funny. I just realized that we have the Celestite, which I always connect with water. And we picked like the mermaid deck, which is very water energy. And these like light things that are happening, I hope it shows up on camera because I'm looking in my little viewfinder. And these like light and these orbs that have been coming through are just so freaking magical. Like, can you just like, there's like one right there. I think there might be something there, but I can't really see because the sun's in my eyes. And there's one like that coming through, like, yes, it's the light coming through my window. It just sort of faded. The light just went away. But like, they literally just left. Maybe there's one still there. I don't know. But like that's just magical. Like every time I look at the viewfinder, I'm like, damn, like what is happening? Yeah, you're pure magic. Okay, tell yourself every day that you are pure magic because you are. Okay, and if you doubted it, you have the Magician, you have Manifest, like you have the Dragonfly. Like I'm hiccup-burping like crazy, which is ridiculous, but it's shifting because your energy is that powerful. Okay, and the little light orbs are back. I think. Is there one down here too, or is that just like the? Oh, there is. Hold on. Oh, cool. Okay. I'm like, can I jump in front of it? I can't do that. I'm sorry. Pile 2. I think this is your whole reading. I feel like that's your reading. I'm like, can I also claim this as my reading? Yeah, I as me, like human me, wants to give you more. It wants to tell you more and all this kind of stuff. But this is what's coming through. This is the message that's here, and it's sort of having that very gentle energy of just sort of like being like, Laura, like, they get to figure it out. They get to do it. If they like, I'm hearing they'll book a private session if they want more. But it's like, there's also this energy of like allowing yourself to be surprised. Like, you can't predict it in the world that you're currently living in. So you don't need to know what's coming. Just trusting that it's going to be so phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, like the imaging on this card, like, you're weaving pure magic, okay? Absolutely pure magic. Just, that's the vibe. I also really want to like blow out this candle all of a sudden and be like, and I don't know why. Anyways, my beautiful pile 2, you are magic. You are absolutely pure magic. And I am so excited for you. I am. I almost want to cry. Like, this energy is so beautiful, and you are so worthy and so deserving of it. I am going to cry. It's okay. It's channeling through. It's fine. I can fix my makeup after. Allow yourself to feel the relief of knowing that you've made it through, of knowing that all the hardships and all the struggles and all of the pain and any pain that you're going to go through, because we're always going to experience pleasure and pain. They go back and forth. We're meant to go with them, with the flow. Actually, where was that fluid? Part of this fluid card also coming through is moving with your emotions. I'm going to link down below. Oh, book recommendation. This is so funny because I was like, I need to recommend a book. It wasn't a book. It was a podcast. I just did a podcast episode with, the podcast is called Divine Health. Pam does it. I'll link it down below. I'll leave a link to it. Yeah, she's awesome. She's amazing. Check out all the other episodes too. But her and I just did an episode, and we talked about pain and pleasure and moving through the emotions and not judging your emotions and not hating on yourself for having emotions and releasing, and all the things that you're possibly searching for or needing or being like, how do I do this, might be in that podcast. So I'm going to link it down below. You guys can go listen to it. Hold on, we're going to shift again. There we go. But yeah, the allowing yourself to move with the waves and the fluidity of things happening, will be one of those things that can really set you free. So, and you're already set free, which will just, again, add to that quantum expansion that you were going through. I'm going to shift again. Excuse me. Allow yourself to have the relief that you've gone through this, that you're getting it, you're manifesting it. Like, you manifested it, not even manifesting, you manifested it. And any of the hardships that you've gone through this year have been moving you forward. Yeah, everything's working in your favor. Okay, I'm just going to keep hiccup burping until I'm done, because I'm like, the reading's done, and if I keep doing this, I'm just going to keep shifting energy for you. So anyways, if you do want to book a private reading, down below, if you want to drop a comment or let me know how this resonated. I love hearing feedback. It also really helps my channel. And then helping my channel also helps other people find these videos and get these messages. So if you want to share it with anybody or anything like that, I deeply, absolutely appreciate that. I'm so grateful. I'll talk to you later. Bye. All right, my lovely pile 3s. I forgot how to count for a second. My lovely pile 3s, if you chose the Citrine, this is for you, or this is your reading. And okay. We've been doing a lot of shifting in this reading. or in the previous reading, in maybe the whole reading? I don't know. Anyways, we've been doing a lot of shifting. So if I hiccup burp at any time, it's just shifting energy, because there's a lot of energy coming through for these readings. So, alright, my pile. Oh, I thought there was like a hair on it, but it's just a scratch. Pile 3, are you distracted? Are you like going through some stuff and just like very like, are you guys all my neurotypicals? That might be it. Alright. Anyways, pile number 3, you pick the citrine, and your candle, or card, because it's also a card, because it's a tarot collection of candles, is the sun. Alright? So this is vitality, warmth, and fulfillment, okay? So for 2022, and I think a lot of 2021, I feel like for you guys actually 2022 is just sort of going to be like this continuation of where you have been. Sorry, excuse me. A lot of shifting for you guys in 2021 and 2022. 2022 is just going to be a continuation of 2021. I feel like some of you are like, no! And the sun just left. That's really funny. It's not a bad thing. And hopefully you've had a decent year. Excuse me, what is with all this shifting? What is happening? Are we okay? We're good. Okay, thank you. We're good over here for whatever reason. This is super interesting. I haven't used this deck for anyone today. You guys are choosing different cards. You guys like going your own way. You're like, what's that song from High School Musical? Like, I gotta go my own way. Like, that's your vibe right now. Okay, so what we're doing for 2020, okay. I absolutely adore you, and I love that your energy is all over the place, and I love that you're very like squirrel. For the sake of consistency and reading and you being able to understand what I have to say, can we like bring it in and clear, concise messaging, please? That was a very strong no. Alright, well, this is gonna be all over the place, but like, you asked for it. This is the energy for what you've been going through for 2021, and we are going to take a look at that first and then move on to what is coming in for 2022, okay? And apparently you guys want more than one card reading. Also, this is super funny because, like, also, I'd like to make a note of the bottom of the card is stillness. Oh, where am I going? Stillness, lack emotion. And remember how I said, like, when it was like, oh, 2021 is going to, or 2022 is going to be a continuation of 2021, and I was kind of like, no! That's because you might be feeling like you're a little stuck. You might be feeling like you're not moving forward, but you are. You have, remember who you are and return to the roots, okay? This is very much this is your time period of remembrance. This is your time period of returning to yourself. I'm also posting a video on book recommendations for Starseeds. You might want to go check that out because I do feel like a bunch of you are Starseeds, empath, light workers, like multidimensional beings. We all are, but some of us are more like aware of it than others. It's okay. This is about remembering who you are and returning to your roots. This is also about returning to the planet, returning to Earth. For you guys, you might have really been connecting in with like frequencies of energy as well as your ancestors, okay? Yeah, there's a lot of connecting into like your ancestors, both blood ancestors, like your family lineage, and if you are adopted, because I feel like a couple of you are adopted, inside of you are your greatest teacher. So if you're adopted and you're like, but I don't know my birth parents, that's okay. They're inside of you and you can figure it out yourself. Or come for a session and we'll do some like past life stuff, like generational stuff. And we'll figure that out. Or pick up some books, ancestor books. I will try and link some down below because none of them are coming to my brain right now. Or I'll make a video on it. Okay. Comment down below if you want that. But if you are adopted, or even if you're in, because the thing is too, is like, some of us aren't adopted and we don't know half of our family history, okay? Or for a lot of people, like their family history has been stolen from them, like taken away from them. So this is a time period for you to discover yourself again. Like, remember yourself, remember your family, remember your family, your ancestors, like where you come from, the land that you're on, the earth that you're walking on. In 2021, I think a lot of it was like returning to yourself and returning to the planet and returning to that, to nature, and not just like go stand in a forest, but like your human nature, your soul nature, the part of you that calls out to you when you're half asleep, the part of you that's like longing for more. You've been bringing that forward this year, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, thank you. My ego brain, my human brain, was like, well, you pulled these both for 2021. I'm like, no, this was 2021, well, this is 2022. I just hadn't caught up to what the cards were telling me yet, but I'm just going to keep going. Anyways, again, squirrel brain. So this is like, this energy of you returning to yourself, returning to your home, remembering you. I'm also hearing that some of you might have like moved back in with your parents, or moved. You might have gone through like several moves, or like one big move, or just like a really big spiritual shift in 2021. This is all leading to this in 2022. So your wish is coming true. Celebrate your success. Okay? This is all leading to you. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, this is all leading to you. This treasure, that's you. This is you. This is you. You're finding yourself again. You're finding your inner treasures. You're finding the parts of yourself that you've hidden and locked away, and you're unlocking them. That's going to be the really big energy of 2022 for you, is unlocking your gifts, your abilities, your secrets. There's going to be a lot of revealing. I feel like you're going to be removing a lot of layers. You're really going to be shedding. This might be intimidating or scary for some of you, especially if you have dealt with some really big, like traumatic events. So if you need to seek out help or therapy or anything like that, do that. Reach out for help. I do feel like for 2022, old things are going to be brought to light, whether they're about you or other people in your family or your ancestor lines or whatever. They're going to be coming to the surface to be healed, and at first that can be really uncomfortable. It can be really uncomfortable for a while, but you have the capabilities to move through it, to heal from it. I don't even want to say handle it or take care of it, because that's not it. It's really this energy of you setting yourself free. This is setting yourself free. It's releasing those chains and those binds and those any feelings of guilt or shame or regret or anywhere that anyone ever made you feel like you were less than, or that somehow you deserved the horrible things that happened to you or that you experienced. Unfortunately, a part of life is sometimes we go through horrible things, and there's no reason for it other than they just happen. And I also, you'll hear me say like, everything happens for a reason, but sometimes shit just sucks, okay? And I want to give all of you a hug, because I'm getting emotional as the energy's flowing through. It's like, the places that the world or people or experiences tried to snuff out your light, tried to squash you, tried to shut you down, tried to wipe you off the face of the planet, okay? They failed. Whatever people, energies, entities, organizations, structures, whatever, that tried to silence you, tried to destroy you, tried to take away your heart, take away your soul, tried to snuff out your light. like tried to steal the sun. They tried to take away your power. You're healing from all of that in 2022, okay? So again, I don't sugarcoat things. So it might be hard. It probably will be hard. But it's only as hard as you don't go, one of the things I just, like, don't go into it thinking it's going to be hard. Okay? Because we don't want to put that extra weight on there. Just know that sometimes it's going to hurt and sometimes it's going to suck. But like, you're going to make it through and you're going to be okay. And you are totally allowed to feel what you're feeling and experience what you are experiencing. And your experience is valid, even if it's different than someone else's. And the remembering who you are, remember who you are in 2022. Don't forget that. Like, you've learned it this year, carry it into 2022. Because your wish is coming true. And you are celebrating your success. Because you are unlocking all of the treasures inside of you. And it's not going to be a bad year. I just want to let you know that. Like, I feel like sort of some of this might be very, like, this is not some of it. This was very heavy just now. But there's, like, it's going to be a good year, okay? I feel like some of you might be like, oh, I should have picked a different pile. It's still going to be a really good year. I just had to get that in there so that you know, when you're in your darkest moments, you know that you are the light. You are the sun. You are the candle. You are the flame. You are the flashlight. You are your own light. When you are going through the dark night of your soul, when you are going through the depths of hell, when you are coming up against old hurts that you would rather run and hide from, that you would rather bury at the bottom of the sea and lock away and never open up again, I want you to remember this moment right here when you were like, no, I remember who I am. I know who I am. And I'm willing to unlock this treasure to set it free so I don't ever have to bury it again. So I don't ever have to hide it ever again. I allow it to pass through. I allow myself to move on and heal. And I remember who I am, and I remember my power, and I remember where I'm going and what I'm doing. And I am no longer going to be trapped by anything or anyone or any belief system or any constitutional whatever. Like, I'm no longer going to hide anything. Okay, reading over. No, I'm just kidding. I love how I've only pulled 2 cards. The message has come. Okay. Okay, let's I think you've got it. I think you understand. Let's move into some more about 2022. Oh. Okay. Okay. You might also like unicorns because this is a unicorn deck. That's funny. That was on the bottom of the deck. And I sort of felt like I should pull it out, but I was like, nah, if it wants it, it'll pay attention. And then I was like shuffling and it was popping out the bottom, which has never happened to me before. So anyways, it's there. Cool. Excuse my shifting. You have love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. Okay? That's what's coming through on the bottom of the deck here. And it wants to be included in this reading really, really strongly. Because again, some of this pain, this suffering that you've gone through, was because your parents could only love and raise you in the capacity that they were able to. Okay? And in 2022, there probably is still a lot of, I'll just be straight up, there's probably a lot of forgiveness work to do with your parents or authority figures, because they loved you as much as they could. They took care of you to the best of their abilities. They may not have been the parents that you hoped for or you prayed for or you wished for, and they weren't like your friend's parents or TV parents or whatever, and you may have a lot of hurt and trauma to go through, and that's what you're healing from. But there's this message of like releasing that will, again, it will set you free. It will set you free, and those are some of the healings that you are going through, I think. I want to move away from all the hurt, but I feel like that's also very much what you say. You're like, I'm so tired of healing, I'm so tired of shifting, I'm so tired of releasing this. I just want to be done with it. You're going to be done with it. Just hang on a little while longer, please. You also got, so this was the card on the bottom that was stressing itself that it wanted to come through. And it says, you'll know in the morning. When you wake up, you'll have a better idea about what to do. Relax until then. Okay? So very much in the morning, you will know what to do. Am I blurry? Sorry. I don't know if it just went blurry because it was shifting or if it has been blurry this whole time. If you've been blurry this whole time, I'm sorry. When you're in the moment, when you're in the hurt, when you're in the stuck feelings, I want you to remember this card. And remember that you will know in the morning. Sometimes your best plan of action is just to go have a nap and wake up again. Start a new day fresh. Wake up on the right side of the bed. Go out with friends. Meditate. Go for a run. Go for a jog. Dance. Dance it out. Literally. Like shake it off like Taylor Swift says. So just allow yourself to, you don't have to figure it all out at once. You don't have to know everything right away. Okay? Like, give it until the next morning. Give yourself one more day, and then one more day, and then one more day, and one more day. And then sooner, before you know it, you'll be celebrating your successes. And also, you can celebrate successes even when things are hard, because you will, I think for 2022, you're going to be going through so much healing and so much growth, that you're also going to, there's going to be so many good things happening, but sometimes the bad can outweigh the good if you don't pay attention to the good. So really start noticing when you're keeping track of the things that are good so that you can appreciate them and love them and have gratitude for them. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. So you have got decide. It's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. Okay? And then you've also got creative. Draw, paint, think, and act in creative ways. Okay? Allowing yourself to make some new decisions, allowing yourself to get creative. That will be some of your outlets next year in 2022, to move through the hardships. Okay, lean into your creative side. Lean into the things that make you happy, that bring you joy. Lean into the parts of yourself, like, get creative in your ways of releasing, right? There is a call for you to do more, to get more active, to get more, to go out, call up old friends, join a book club, join a dance class, find other people that are, to find other people who think like you and who are on this journey if you're doing this alone, if you're sort of isolating yourself. Moving beyond that isolation. And decide what you want. There's still part of you that's holding on to the identity of where you've been, and don't get mad at me, don't hate me. Some victim mindset, or a lot of victim mindset, of, okay, I shouldn't say that. Or that's not exactly how would you like to be? This is a group reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, okay? I can't do like 4 readings in one. Sorry. Oh, okay. You get to make some choices. You get to decide if you're going to keep living in the pain or if you're going to move forward. 2022 is the year to make those decisions. 2021 is the year to make those decisions. You don't even have to carry this into 2022. You can just decide now, like, I'm making new decisions, I'm moving forward, I'm shifting. That's not the card deck that wants to be used. stop living in your story, okay? Also, I feel like an asshole right now because I'm going to yell at you. But this is your soul speaking to you. This is not me speaking. This is the message. Stop telling yourself the old story. Stop perpetuating this thing of that your life sucks. Okay? It doesn't. It doesn't suck. You literally have your wish is coming true. I want you to know that. But if you keep telling the same old story that nothing ever works for you and everything sucks and it's horrible, that's what you're gonna get. I'm sorry, okay? I am so annoyed at myself for yelling at you, but I'm annoyed at you and it's your annoyance coming through. This is funny. Okay. Awakened spirit, desire to change. Remember, we had the decide, right? Choice, baby, choice. Okay. You're going through these shifts. You're going through this. You're reading the self-help books. You're doing the things, but there is this part of you that doesn't want to give up your identity that has been crafted in the 3D world. Okay? The family that you lived in, this is why you're remembering who you are and you're going through it, but there's still part of you that was holding on to that victim story, and you have to give yourself permission to let go of that. Okay? You have to be willing to move beyond the past. You have to be willing to allow yourself to be brand new, okay? Allow yourself to decide that you're no longer going to be that scared little girl or person or whoever. And again, setting yourself free from these stories. I think I said this earlier, but this is like the desire to change. You can desire it all you want. You can see your potential all you want. But until you choose, until you decide, like starting today, starting right now, I'm no longer being directed by my old choices and my old stories and my old belief systems, and you're choosing differently, until you decide to do that, you're just hoping and wishing and wanting, and that's not going to get you there. You need to take the action. You need to make the new choices. You need to meet the new friends. You need to go out and have fun, and that's what 2022 is. And I feel like that's also why I keep going back between, like, you're getting you're all your wishes are coming true, pain. All your wishes are coming true, pain. It's like because there's a part of you that is so, yeah, there's this, bottom of the deck, secret temptation, being led astray. There is part of you that is so attached to your old story because you're like, I don't know who I would be without it. You'd be the person that you want to be. You'd be the person that you're trying to manifest if you just allowed yourself to let this old story go. Okay? Allow yourself to let go. I don't know what that was, but like, literally, like, what's that scene in Harry Potter where they like pull the memories out of their head and like give it away? Do that. Okay? Sorry, I laugh at myself sometimes mid-session because my conscious brain is laughing at my channeling brain or my channeling self. That's not appropriate for you. It doesn't feel like it is. Wow, I have been here all day. Sorry, I just looked at the time and I'm like, I have been sitting here forever. Yeah, but there is this secret temptation. You're being led astray. And I do think for some of you, this is friend groups. You're existing in a friend group where there's, or a family, if it might be your family, and that's always a little bit trickier to leave than a friend group, but where the lack mindset and the talking negatively and talking down to each other and like shitting on people's dreams, or that thing where it's like you'd rather talk about what you hate, not you, but like the friend group would rather talk about what they hate than what they love, and you're sort of sitting there really quiet being like, why can't we talk about what we love? I'd rather be known for what I love than what I hate. But it's like you're in this thing where you're being led astray because you're hanging out with these people because right now you're thinking that they're the only thing available to you. And again, that's a story that is being perpetuated in your mind. You get to change your story. You get to make new choices, okay? You get to decide something new. And get creative with how you decide something new. Like, write yourself a new book. But that is where that being led astray is, which is why it's almost like there's like two very distinct pathways of more pain or healing the pain and getting your wishes coming true. Okay. I feel like I'm yelling at you. I apologize. Me, Laura. Sorry that channeling yelled at you. That your soul yelled at you through me. Oh, my neck just cracked. I'll be right back. Dance party. Oh, thank you. Oh. I couldn't figure out for a second what messages wanted to come through. But like it was like I asked if we were done and it was like no, there's more messages coming through. We're going back to this remember who you are card. So we're still dealing in 2021 because we don't want to carry 2021 into 2022. Okay? So what was I saying? 2022, right. We talked about ancestors at the very hi bird. We talked about ancestors at the very beginning of your reading. We're going to get some messages from your ancestors. Because they have some shit to say. And by S-H-I-T, I mean, they have some messages for you. Oh, I don't know if I finished this message earlier, if another one jumped in, because, squirrel brain, but, you have your ancestors from your genealogical line, your bloodline, your family. You also have your star ancestors, or like your lineages of other lifetimes, of your soul, like your soul family. So you can look into both of those, okay? I might do a video on that later. If you want like a deeper video on that, I might do that later. I think I will, because I feel like I should. I feel like a lot of people could benefit from it. Okay. Yeah, you've got, hold on. My camera's going to cut off because it's run out of time, so we're just going to stop it and start it again. Okay. I just didn't want it to, like, cut me off in, like, mid-sentence. Okay. So we have mountains, stand your ground. Is that going to focus? Focus. There we go. We have mountains, stand your ground. So in this journey that you are on, where you are being led astray, this is your time period and your opportunity to stand your ground, stand up for yourself, and again, decide that you're changing your life. Decide that you're making new thought patterns. Decide that you're moving forward. And this is where your ancestors are like, it's time to stand your ground. It's time to get a bird's eye view. It's time to be the eagle. It's time to fly ahead. It's time to fly higher. See from a higher perspective. Your ancestors are watching you and they're kind of yelling at you. So if you're called to do any ancestor work, even if it's just like journaling or pulling cards or just sitting in silence and listening for some messages, like they are there to talk to you and to guide you. And I think some of you are a little scared of your ancestors. They're not going to hurt you. They love you. Some of them are very sorry. Some of them are very much in this energy of like, they really want to apologize for any of the hurt that they caused you. I think some of you have parents that have passed over as well, and siblings and stuff. Like, I think some of you have really lost a lot of people in your short lifetime, and they're on the other side, and they're apologizing for what they've done, or like the role that they played in your life, and just they're sorry for all the hurt that they caused you. This is a 2022 reading. Are you serious? Like are we doing... Okay, it's fine. I'm like, we're not doing a mediumship reading. We're doing... but no, that's part of it. Like, to prepare you for 2020... Apparently, we're doing a prepare for 2022 for you because that's what's coming through. But, like, they're there. And I guess maybe 2022 is very much this year where, again, you get to realize that. You got Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. Ow. I love how it's graceful in movement and action. I was not graceful just now. There's this message that's coming through right now. And it is a very, very beautiful, very, very... It's funny, this was a male card, but there's a very, very beautiful, very, very calm, compassionate... female energy. Some of you, this might be a grandmother figure. Some of you, you might work with Kuan Yin. She's a goddess, if you don't know that, goddess of compassion. And for some of you, it won't be that. Some of it is like a grandmother energy. There's this really beautiful energy that's coming through right now. And I keep also getting, every time I split the deck, I keep splitting it to the same card. It's Warrior, Be Fearless, and Stand Strong. But there is this message of you don't even realize how deeply loved you are. You don't notice it. You don't realize it. You don't see it. You keep thinking that you're a burden on life. And again, if this doesn't resonate with you, please go pick a different pile or a different video of mine. Because this is a very precise group of people that this is all talking about. So if this is not resonating with you, please pick another pile. But there's this message coming through of like, you don't even realize, oh, and this is funny because you guys chose the sun, but like, you don't even realize how much of a light you are in this world. You don't even realize how many people you are helping by going through what you have gone through, or what you are going through. Like, you don't even realize how much healing you're doing for the planet on like a planetary level, like an earth level. Like, you are healing so much that the stuff that you're dealing with isn't even just yours. Like, your soul, when you decided to come to Earth, your soul made the decision, and this is also why there's this Decide card here. You made the decision to come down and heal for the planet, to experience the suffering and the trauma and the drama and the pain so that others wouldn't have to anymore. You're breaking those cycles, you're breaking those chains, not just for your family and your lineage, but for every soul that's going to come to Earth. You're cleaning up stuff so that they will never have to experience it. And that's heavy. Okay, that is heavy for you to go through. And you might be second guessing, being like, why? I don't get it. Why would I do that? You know why inside. You know why. And I hear some of you going, well, yeah, I would never wish this on anyone. And it's like, yeah, you decided to carry it so that they wouldn't have to. But the message that I'm getting is that contract that you created, that you signed to, it's funny, I just realized she's like holding a moon or the world. The contract that you signed to carry the weight of the world, and the responsibility of others, and the weight of other people's pain and suffering for them, that contract is coming to a close. Okay? I'm actually hearing for some of you, it's closed. It's finished. It's finalized. Like, you closed out that cycle. And this is where it's this deciding, this choosing is coming in. And this is where the releasing of the old story, because that contract is done. You get to decide to set it down and move forward and leave and choose differently and have all the healing and the love and the success that you were promised for doing all the work that you have done. But the thing is when we come down to Earth, we pass through the veils of illusion. One of the veils of illusion is the veil of amnesia. So we forget that we made these contracts, and this is where you're remembering who you are, okay? But this is like, we get stuck thinking that we're trapped in the story that we've always been told, the contract that we've... It's like the elephant at the circus who, when it's a baby, it gets a rope tied to its leg, tied to a little stake in the ground, and the stake gets stuck in the ground. And the elephant tries to walk, it can't. It tries to walk, it can't. It tries to walk, it can't. And after years and years of doing this, it realizes that, or even just like a couple times, like maybe a week, maybe a month, it realizes, I can't go anywhere. Like, I'm stuck in the ground. I have to stay here. This is my life now. Well, as the elephant grows up, the elephant's giant. The elephant's bigger than any human that's standing around them. The elephant could very easily squish the entire circus and everybody there and leave. But the elephant believes that it's stuck in the ground. It has this tied rope, this tether to its spot. But the rope's no longer there because, again, the elephant got too big for the rope. But it doesn't realize that it can leave. And that's what you're currently going through. That's the transition, the shift that you're going through. Is realizing that you can move on beyond these. You can move on beyond the rope that tethered you to the ground, the story that tethers you to where you are, the contract that you have been playing out. It's over. It's no longer around your legs. It's no longer trapping you. So it's time for you to decide to walk away. It's time for you to decide to choose differently, to move on, to make new choices, to make new decisions. Again, like that stand your ground, see your higher perspective. You've also got the wolf and winter. Like, what does it say? Yeah, take care of your needs, okay? It's time to start taking care of yourself instead of taking care of everybody else. And there is so much support for you in doing this, but you don't see it yet because you haven't let go of those old stories. But those contracts are expiring, and those contracts are over, and the only one holding on to them anymore are you, because you don't remember that you're free from them. You don't realize, you don't see it yet. So hopefully now that you've heard this, you'll be like, oh, I don't have to keep playing out that old story. I'm done with it. I'm moving on. Because you were drawn to the unicorn deck and just everything that I said, and because the message is coming through, there is I think I mentioned it earlier actually, I'm posting a video about book recommendations for Starseeds. Go watch the video, see which books you're drawn to. But there's a book by Diana Cooper called The Magic of Unicorns, I believe. And I think that would be a really, really good book for you to pick up and read and work with unicorn energy. Because unicorn energy is also so healing and so peaceful and so calm and so serene and so sweet and so compassionate and gentle and kind and healing. And it's really, really transformational if you're called to it. For some of you, it won't call to, but I think for most of you watching this video, I think you'll resonate with it. And that will also help you move through some of this so that you can get everything that you want. My brain wants to be like, that wasn't a 2022 reading, but it was the reading that you needed. It maybe wasn't what you wanted, but it was the messages that came through, and I trust them because there is a lot of ancestors right now being like, nope, they heard it. Finally, we've been screaming at them, they heard it. And your own souls that you've, like, everybody watching, your own soul, I'll talk to you because you're watching it, but like everybody who's watching, your soul has also been screaming at you and talking to you. So, yeah. Listen. I don't know. I feel like that's everything for you. Pile 3. Again, my brain is going, that wasn't a 2022 reading, but again, you got what you needed, not what you wanted, and this does all apply to what you're going to be going through in 2022. It's just not the, like, I wanted to be like, oh, you're getting this, or you're getting that, or you're, like, no, this is, you can't. I do want to point out, for anyone who is falling into that old pattern and that old contract of thinking that this sucks. Also, sun just shined. Sun just came out. The sun, you're here. You're moving through it. I hope the camera caught how bright it is now. But you did get for 2022 your wish is coming true, and celebrate. Okay, I don't want you to think because everything was very, very heavy that you're not going to have a good year. You are going to have a great year. We just had to realize that you're allowed to move beyond the old contracts and the old stories. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I don't normally do like a split the deck thing, but my hands keep doing it, and I keep getting the same card even when I shuffle. Warrior, be fearless, and stand strong. Okay? You are a warrior. Okay? But I'm also hearing you don't have to be anymore. You don't have to be a fighter. You don't have to keep, where'd that go? Well, now I'm not getting it. Yeah, now we've got Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. Where did that just go? There we go. You don't have to be the warrior anymore, okay? You have spent so much of your life fighting for your right to be alive and for your right to be here. And you've been going through so much healing, again, for the world. It's your time to put down your torches, let the next generation pick it up, because they are. And the next generation is not age-based. It's the awakening of souls. So some people are in their 80s, some people are 2, some people are 20, 18, 16, 15, 12, 44, 5, whatever. It's not about like Gen Z or millennials or boomers or whatever. The next generation of people who are going to pick up this fight are picking up this fight. You can put your armor down. You've done the work for so long. It's time for you to succeed and allow yourself to be successful, and allow yourself to move forward. Move forward beyond the circus that you have currently lived in. Allow yourself to be the elephant that moves on. If we're going back to that analogy. Is there anything? No, I think that's it. If you want a private reading or help with forgiveness work or talking to your soul or your ancestors or anything like that, comment down below. If you just want videos, if there's any ideas that you want or any questions or anything like that, comment them down below. If you are looking for more one-on-one personal help, sessions are available. Reach out to me. We'll set something up. And yeah, okay, just for fun, pile 3, just because we're here and you're the last pile and I feel like doing it, I'm being called to do it. Just like shake out with me, just shake all of this out. This is like a heavy reading, like we know it. Just shake it out, just like, hold on. We're gonna do like full shake, full shimmy, full shake, full shimmy, just like, just let it all out. All right, and then one arm up, open up your energy. Second arm up, open up your energy. Both arms up. If you can do this standing up, that's even better. I don't really have the space, and I don't want to adjust my camera right now, but like, arms up, and stretch back. Both arms up. Both arms up. Okay, shimmy, shake, shimmy, shake, shimmy, shake, shimmy, shake, dance, move, like wiggle, all of that. Just let out any of that. Like, it was a heavy reading. We're just let it out. I would normally do this after, but we're just going to do it on camera. The other thing I will say is, I always like to open my energy up. If you go the other way, it sort of like collapses your energy. So like open it up, open it up, open it up, open it up. Also, if it is daytime where you are, go stand outside in the sun for a second. Go like bask in it. Just like receive the sunlight. Just give yourself a hug. Congratulate yourself. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your success, because, again, very clear message. The fact that you are alive right now is a success. Okay? Again, you guys have so much to say and so much to share and so many messages that you want to come through. I might even just do like a whole other, like, pick a card to dive deeper into you guys for another time. But like, you guys just, again, you sort of want to keep going, be like, give me more, give me more. If you are called for more, please reach out. Like, let's work together one-on-one. Cause there's only so much that I can give you in a general reading. Shifting energy. There's only so much that I can do giving in a general reading. So if you are called to working deeper, please reach out. But my lovely pile 3s, I am sending you so much love. I am celebrating the fact that you are still alive. I am celebrating the fact that you are still here. Celebrate yourself, honor yourself, realize how valuable you are, because you are, and you are not alone. And you get to put down your armor and you get to move forward. It's time, again, to receive and reap those rewards and those benefits for all that you do in life. So, sending you tons of love. Mwah. Bye. Okay. I'm back, actually. This is for my pile 3s. I will have just ended, and now I'm back. This message just came through as I was closing up. I was filming some stuff to possibly put in the intro. And this message came through. Like I said, you guys just keep giving me info. Sorry, I want to say this the way it wants to be said. Nothing will change if you don't change it. Okay? I'm just going to like rip the band-aid off for a second. If I hadn't been doing that through your entire reading, I think I was, but we're just going to rip it off even more. Nothing will change unless you do. Okay? And waiting until you're ready is not going to work for you. You're ready. You have always been ready. And more than ever, you are ready now. So just go do it. Just stop waiting for someone to save you. I'm sorry, I hate that I'm saying that, but stop waiting for someone to save you. You are your savior. You are the one who's going to change everything. And the things that you're waiting on to happen, there are people out there waiting for you to be you, to remember who you are, to step into your power. And they're waiting for you. Stop making them wait, okay? You can heal with those people. Stop running away from them and lean on them. Reach out to them. Because there are people out there who are waiting on you, and it's like, it's coming through this message of like, you are not the only one in pain. You are not the only one suffering. And I'm sorry, I feel like I'm going to get yelled at for this. You're not the only one hurting. And the more you let other people in, the less you will actually hurt. And I know that you're scared of getting hurt, but there are people out there who are so ready to be on your side and so ready to be on your team, and they're ride or die. They're here for you. They are so ready, and they have been ready for so long, and they've been waiting for so long. And there's almost this little bit of this warning of like, your time's almost up. So if there's people out there that you want to be with, or you want to talk to, or you want to like, they're going to be moving on. They can't wait any longer. They've waited so much for you to be ready. Whether you know them or not, whether this is just a soul connection or not, like they're about to go off on their own and do it themselves, because they have realized that they are their own hero. They are their own knight in shining armor. They are their own love of their life, their own soulmate. And I think this came through after, because it's not for all of you in pile 3. I think this is sort of like for some of you. But it's like, yeah, stop wasting time, stop fucking around, and just time's up. Go do it. Again, this is not for all of you in 3. So don't come for me, please, okay? I didn't even want to fully deliver that message as it was coming through, because I'm like, someone's going to get mad. Someone's going to get pissed. But for some of you, you know that, and you hear that. So I'm not even sure I'm going to put this in or not, but I think I have to. I feel like I have to. Please don't come for me. But yeah, this wasn't for everyone, which is why it didn't go in the original message. But for some of you, it will be. So don't make this fit into your story if it's not for you. If you're trying to be like, oh, is it for me? It's not for you. If it's for you, you'll be like, damn, that's for me. Okay, I hear you. Or you'll get super mad and be like, that's not mine. And then be like, ooh, but it is. So, whatever. Feel it out. If it's yours, if it's, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I have been here all day. Literally, like, all day. This is going to be a very long video. But again, the messages that need to come through were the messages that came through, and that's okay. Anyways. Bye again.